shit.
You Exeter coming after me, and after him there's someone better, and after him there's me. Well, he'll offer you a cigarette, he'll offer you a light, but he hasn't finished with you yet on another long night tonight. Look behind you, there's the man you're chasing. Look behind you, let's go human racing, let's go racing now. Open arms and open purses, open seasons here. Will I fill your head with clever verses and then they disappear? Silent vows in secret places, they'll get you somehow. 'Cause you never win in human races. Who's the loser now? Look behind you, there's the man you're chasing. Look behind you, let's go human racing, let's go racing now. Round and around we go. Human racing, yeah.
Hello, guys. Thanks very much for coming along to another Exeter Rider Live. I haven't done one of these for a long time, and I think that showed in the first 2 seconds of this this video already. So, just going to go through a few hellos. Right, hello, Rev Bomb. Right Rock Rider, Rob Hallis. Hello, mate. Paul Clark, Slow Rider. The Old Man, all the way from Australia. And Adventures of a Blurry View. Hi, Alex. Who else have we got? Ken. Hello, Ken Brooks. And we also have Balatron. Thanks for coming along, mate. Much appreciated. Really good TV. Hello, Dave. Thanks for coming along. We also got Rev Bomb. Already said Rev Bomb. Right, so there is going to be some bad language in this, no doubt. All my friends are quite potty mouths, so and some of them are in today. So, without further ado, let's say hello to Noob. Hello, Noob.
Hello.
Hello. And next we got Gary, all the way from España.
Hello.
Hola.
Excuse me as well. I've got a bit of a cough. Next we have the Peaky Biker in the Midlands.
How you doing, Mocha? You all right?
Well, good,
Hey,
mate.
Brian.
Thank you. And we also have Epic Adam as well.
Hello. In my garage.
Come in last minute. Oh, look at that. Look. Right. Very nice indeed. So, how are we all? Good Christmas and all that
Adam
rubbish?
always comes last.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Good,
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
All
good.
good. All good.
It's kind of nice to get to the other side. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but as much as I like, Christmas is all right, but it's kind of a bit mental, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Did you do anything special for Christmas?
No, I didn't. No, not really. Just had a family Christmas dinner. And that's about it, really. Nice, easy one, and that's the way I like it, to be honest with you.
Mm.
So
I did
Yeah. How
enjoy
about
your
you?
video of the Xmas illuminations. That was very nice.
Yes, thank you, mate. Yeah. Funny enough, it's not one I was going to put out. Actually, I kind of done it, and I thought I'll put this out Christmas Day and have another Sunday video. But in the end, I just put so much effort into it. I thought I'd just put it out on Sunday. So
I thought you were very.
Turned out all right,
I thought you were very brave. Actually, do you not feel embarrassed going around filming people in public like that? I would.
sometimes, but in all
Yeah.
honesty, I kind of go in my little bubble, and I just went in a little bubble, and I kind of ignored everybody else. So
And nobody got shitty with you about it at all.
no,
Nobody. Oh, that's good.
no,
He's
I
well
have had
famous-
that
He's well
before,
famous
but-
in Exeter, mate. Nobody bothers him.
no. People just hassle me all the time for autographs and stuff, selfies. But no, but funny enough, actually, I did actually see. Well, I saw quite a few people I knew that particular night, and yeah, I just kind of hung around with them for a bit. Then I pulled out my camera, and they said, "Oh, we better go now." So got rid of them.
You
But,
sure it's a
no.
camera you pulled out?
Yeah, well, in this case, I was in the park, but yeah, it's just a camera because it was dark. So yeah, on that particular
Thanks for
occasion.
sending me some clips as well for my video of the Christmas lights. That was quite
No worries,
really
mate.
good. Really helped.
Yeah, how well did that do? Well, that video, neighbor.
I don't know. I haven't really looked. They did all right.
Yeah,
I just enjoy doing that and putting it out there.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
become a bit of a tradition.
And it's nice to having other people's videos in on it as well. Actually, it did make a difference.
Yeah, because I felt it was just getting a bit samey because it's always the same. The West End lights haven't really changed at all. So I thought I'd do something different and look at different areas of London that I hadn't done before, and also then invite like videos and pictures from elsewhere in the country. So
That's good, mate.
yeah, like
That's
123,
good idea. That is good idea.
123 views, whatever. So
I was going to
average
do
for
one
my
of.
channel.
I was going to do one of the lights in our village, but I had about 10 seconds of footage because they have the same light and then they have it up like multiple times. So basically, it's just the same light multiple times. So it wouldn't have been terribly exciting.
Yeah. To be honest, a lot of people said to me, I didn't realize Exeter was so big. But to be fair, it's not that big, but it just makes it look like there's a lot there at Christmas time, and really, it's just a couple streets, really. But
Pretty swinging place for Christmas. That did. I was quite.
yeah, it's all right. Got a terrible cough at the moment. Peaky, how are you with your falls? I saw you had a few falls, haven't you? Get straight into that.
Yeah. So so this morning, well, last night I ended up messaging a lad. He's got a YouTube channel and he does a lot of the off-road section in around Shropshire. So I'd commented a couple of times on his video saying, can we meet up? Can we have a look at some of these? And I want to start off-roading kind of thing, and this, that, and the other. And then last night, basically, he just messaged me saying, meet tomorrow, 10:30 at this point. Off we go. So I was like, yeah, sound. Met him, went down his first little track, which I was like, on my GS, I was like, oh, this is that sound. All right, this is. Opens this gate up, mate. And then we're just literally into like a farmer's field with 2 tracks either side through this wooded block, straight off. Mud like this.
Yeah.
Rocky, wet, slippery. I must have done about 300 meters. Fell off straight off the path. And you're just like, oh my days. Oh my day. It started already. And then
you got knobblies on it?
Yeah. So I got them Trail Max Raids. Them a 50-50 tyre. But if I'm being honest, I didn't think we was going to go and do that kind of stuff. I thought we were just going to do like some tracks and some shale
Stony
riding.
lanes.
Yeah. I didn't actually realise I'd be riding through, woodlands and stuff like that, making your own track and water crossings and everything. I was just like, oh my days. But
the thing is, in the deep ruts with the GS, you've got to think about your boxes are sticking out the side as well, haven't you? because they're quite lowish.
I have them on, mate. Luckily enough. Yeah, so I took.
No, I meant the boxer engine.
Oh, the boxer engine. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
A couple of times there's on some of the ruts where the mud was, there was that deep. The ruts was the actual crash bars itself. The second time I fell off, the crash bar hit one of the corners, and that knocked me off. So you know, I like I say, I think we did 26 mile in an hour and a half, and I was literally, we stopped at dinner time, we had a brew, and he was just like, right, we're going to do this, and this, and this, and we go around it, and I was like, stop, mate, stop. I'm 48. I'm absolutely knackered.
Don't want to damage yourself.
Breathing out my hoob. I'm sweating. My legs are shaking. My shoulders are hurting. I was like, mate, I need a different bike, because lifting that 1250 up is absolutely horrendous. It's that first. I put it on. I think I put it as a short, but that's heading downhill. That is.
Right.
So the bike's heading downhill off camber, and there's two of us trying to pick it up. You know what I mean? It's it was just an absolute nightmare, mate, honestly. And then you can't put the side stand down to get it on. So he's on his bike. His bike's lying down. So he gets on his bike. I'm trying to hold my bike up, get on my bike, start it up by pulling the clutch in, rolling down, then starting. You know, you're just like, this is an absolute cluster.
It does become hard work, though, doesn't it, on a GS as well, if it's quite rough.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, like we went down a ravine, and the water had been down there, so there was no mud. It was just literally boulders and rocks. But in the middle, where like you usually you'd have two ruts either side where the cars are going, or where the off-road, like the farm vehicles and stuff like that. But there was no ruts at all. But where the water had channeled into the middle, it had caused a massive rut, and literally the bike just wanted to go into that rut all the time. Yeah. And I've not got the off-road experience to know how not to get into that rut on the GS. Do you know what I mean? So I ended up in this rut. I was just a passenger. I was just like, this rut, like, you know, you're thinking, I'm going to be coming off in a minute. But
I'm not. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
No, I was going to say, all it showed me is that, you know, these lads who ride these GSs off road and then throwing them around like 250s, 300s you know, they're obviously talented lads, and it just proved to me that, you know, the little bit of off-roading that I have done, I had done off-roading, I've done shell riding, but the little bit that I've done is completely different to the stuff that I actually want to do, if that makes sense. So now I know that I need a bit like Dave was saying on his last video. He wants, you know, he wish he hadn't sold his 300 and this, that, and the other, but you know, that's what I'm going to be looking at, like a Vogue 300. I think I'm going to go for, because it's cheap, and you know, I think it's about $3,500 on the road, and you know, I can keep it 2 or 3 years, even if I trash it. It don't really matter. Do you know what I mean?
You're certainly going to enjoy it a lot more, aren't you, than going what you've done today?
Like, I wouldn't say I didn't enjoy it, but I think I only enjoyed it because it was the initial first time actually riding off-road. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you get to places like the ABR, there's tracks and trails there, and the places where we've been before, it's like compact. So it's not really like going off-road, as in opening a gate and you're just riding over a field. Do you know what I mean? So it's completely different. But
if you ever do come down here, Ken Brooks in the side chat there. Or Adam, I'm going to get to you.
I'll take it.
But he knows some really nice trails, and he kind of gears the trails to what you can do and what your bike can do.
Yeah,
and he's
but I'll tell you, there's a skill to that though, because I mean, most people that are good off road, you tell them, "Hang on, right, I'm coming out, but I'm a noob." You know, and they go, no, that's right. This is a piece of cake, mate. Piece of cake. You know, and they totally overestimate how good or how bad you're going to be, underestimate how bad you're going to be. You know, they've got a completely distorted view of what's easy, because for them it is, but for us it's terrible. Like when I just got my Himalayan, it was brand new. My mate said, "Oh, you've got an off-road bike, brilliant. We'll go out." And he's got a Yamaha XT or something. And anyway, I said, "Look, it's brand new bike. I'm not confident even on the road yet. So don't do anything too mental. And he took me down a dry riverbed, and it was like silt up to the axles. It was like riding in sand. And it was an absolute nightmare. I said, mate, no. I said, no, stop. I said, we're going back. If it's like this all the way, we stop now. Some people, they just, I think, Ken, you can trust, but that's a talent.
Yeah.
That's a talent.
I would say if you want to go off riding, if you want to go riding off road, go with Adam. If you want to come back, go with Ken.
Yes.
I think for me the struggle was I was on that GS, and mate, when that hits a rut, he was on that KTM, mate, and he was hopping and jumping across and jumping onto ruts, and you're just like, mate, I got no chance of driving the tank. You know what I mean? Once you mean that rut, you mean the rut, and I got the ability at the moment to kind of like ride along and pop a wheelie to get out the rut and get across to another part. You know what I mean? Once I'm in that rut, I was in the rut. That was it. I was just a passenger, just bouncing along like somebody off on an off-road car without having a seatbelt on. I was just.
It's definitely a commitment thing, isn't it?
I was very lucky when I did my first proper off-roading. I went with Hippodromes, and Pete was a gem. He just took me on some nice easy stuff. Challenging enough for me, but to keep me interested. But it was really brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't thank him enough.
How about you, Adam? Because have you done any more since your last off-road video?
I haven't. No.
That has got to be one of the funniest videos I have ever seen. I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I was pissing my pants watching that.
I can't really beat that, to be honest.
You can only go off road when Nathan the postman's got a free day, can't you? Now,
yeah, and a rope.
And he's pretty he's pretty hard to get hold of sometimes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But that was funny because that was literally you were going through a stream, basically, weren't you? That used to be a country lane, and I looked at it and I thought, no, he ain't going to do that, is he? And sure enough, you went through it and. You got halfway.
Yeah, it's because
to be fair.
I was teasing for so long. When I eventually went off roading, I wanted it to be good,
Yeah,
and it was.
And it was to be. Yeah, it was. Yeah. But you still got your Himalayan, haven't you?
Yeah, like my phone's literally resting on it now. It's right in front of me. I'm touching it now.
Oh, that's right. You're in new digs. You've got a garage now.
Yes, I've got a new house. I've got a garage now, so. Yeah, that's where I am now.
It's a game changer. Yeah,
it is. Do you want me to show you around?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, look. Come on. I'm still fixing it up, by the way, but
I'm just going to shove these. Oh yeah, that's better. I can make a picture now.
My Adam Street sign, which fell off a wall somewhere, right in front of me, so I had to take it home.
Oh, it fell off the wall, right?
It did fall off a wall. Got my old Suzuki Bandit fuel tank in there. Part of my C90-ish and that monstrosity, whatever that is.
Right. Anyway,
but I can't see the VFR in here.
The noise on that picture was following you then.
Yeah,
I've been trying to get rid of it. It's my wife's. Yeah, but I have to make room to fit the VFR in here as well.
Why have you got the old Bandit tank in there? What's that all about?
I kind of restored the Bandit a while back, just for like a little project. Never filmed it, so I've got the old tank in there.
Oh, okay. You haven't got the Bandit anymore, though, have you?
No.
Right.
No.
But you still got the tank.
Yeah, still got a tank. Why not?
Just need the other bits now and you'll have a full bike.
I tried getting. I got a quote for a respray, and it was I can't remember what it was now. But I managed to get a new tank. Well, a good condition tank and plastics cheaper than the spray quote.
All right.
So that's what I done. Then I just installed all of it, put it all on, kept the old tank.
Have you seen that bike again? Because I know you saw it a while ago.
Yes.
And somebody
I hear it before I see it.
Sprayed it.
Yeah, I saw it probably about 2-3 weeks ago at a petrol station. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but
are you not sure that that's it standing right next to you? That looks about that color, isn't it? To your.
Oh, that. yeah, it looks similar to that. Yeah. Don't want to get I upset the new owner.
Robert Hallas is mentioning about Dave Thorpe's Adventure Centre. That is a good day out. If you guys ever want to come down here and do that, it's on Exmoor, and it's where I first done my off-roading, and it is really, really good. Very, very good. They don't hold any punches, you know. They go for it, and it's a brilliant day out.
I think for me, it's just having that basic skill set that you kind of, what you should be doing right or wrong. Do you know what I mean? Where at the minute, I got through that today, and I couldn't explain how I've got through it. Basically, I've just bouncing along. You know what I mean, and got through it. But I'd like to know and learn the technicalities of how to actually, because he was saying at the end about using your feet and as for steering, not the handlebars and all this and I'm like, that's all right, but I don't know that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of just riding how I'd ride normally, just off road. So you know what I mean? It's nice to have that kind of base level and do it at least 2 or 3 kind of teaching sessions where you can you're getting the correct information, not just you've met some lads on a Sunday who's going out, and it's like when you're riding on the road about counter steering or getting your knee down or leaning off the bike and all the rest of it. Everyone's got their own opinion. Where I think off-roading is probably a little bit more structured. So you've got, everyone's actually singing off the same song sheet with the off-roading stuff. But
the thing is, Ryan, so you've done a lot of track riding as well, haven't you? And you're quite a competent road rider. So it's very, very different, isn't it? And when you've been so structured into that sort of way of thinking, then going off-road is utterly different.
Well, it's the complete opposite. So on racing, you want to keep your bike as still as possible and move your body for the counter steering. Where he was saying you need to move your bike, not your body, kind of thing. And
your
then
back end,
and then afterwards it was like, right, you need to, because the second time I washed out was because I was hitting my front brake, and he was like, right, you don't use your front brake, you just use your back brake. And then I was like, I kind of knew that, but I just panicked and just give it a fistful. Slid down.
I was very lucky. Well, the first time I actually did off-roading, not on my own bike, but I went to this place in Dorking called Off the Curb, and they give you their own bikes and all the equipment, like the enduro boots and all that. So you can drive there, or you can ride there if you want. And then they actually take you out on a field first of all to show you how to do the control and that kind of stuff. Then they take you out on the road, off road. And that makes all the difference, because then you had a chance to kind of practice those skills and you kind of get into it. But I'll tell you, just like you, even though it was just some beats at 200s and 300s, for the week afterwards, like my forearms were all sore, my calves were sore, because you're using all these muscles that you don't normally use. So definitely worth doing it with somebody who give you a bit of coaching, like on their own equipment first before you attempt to go out.
Yeah, I must admit, the lad I went out with is a very, very competent rider. He's raced off road for nearly 20 years. Do you know what I mean? And it's just, I was chuckling to myself because he was coming past me like, oh, I'm like, thinking I'm Adam Reedman. Doing like this, you know what I mean? And his back wheel, and you just think, you absolute bastard.
It's very hard.
Have you ever done trials? Have you ever done the trials bikes?
No. Anything else he's raced? Yeah.
Those
track riding, short circuit, road racing.
Try to find a trials day as well, like on the trial. The trials bikes, the ones that don't have a seat. Right, that you're just standing.
Just a pole. They just have a pole there, do they?
No. It's the trials.
It's like traffic for me.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun as well. But yeah, the guy who was doing it, I was basically just working hard to keep it upright, and he was hopping from trunk to trunk and stuff. I'm kind of like, what?
Yeah,
I am not doing that.
I think there is a bit of a lack in this, a lack of off-road training. I don't know anywhere that actually does that. I know that it's like Dave Thorpe, but they don't train you. You just kind of, there's a track, off you go, follow us. And
I mean, when I raced, there were certain people there that you go to obviously improve your racing, your lines, your speed, your technique, and
exactly,
all the rest of it. But then, these work with the professionals as well. But you as a novice, you get to a level where you can't really progress anymore. No matter how much they're going to tell you, you're never going to progress any more than
Get out
what
there and
the
do
level
it.
that you're at already. And
Yeah.
like that's what I found on today. I wouldn't say I thought it was going to be that difficult, but I didn't realise going off-road was going to be that difficult, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You know, I was expecting, a few trails and this, that, and the other, and then next thing you know, mate, I'm going through blocks of forestry blocks and water crossings and stuff like this, and I'm just like, oh my days, and then afterwards when we sat there, and he was like, that was easy, and I was thinking that was easy for me, and that's what I'm saying now. I need, I want to progress, so I need that base, that first step of the rung to start.
I think it would be more or less impossible to do a complete off-road training course because off-road riding is so diverse. I mean, the same trail can be totally different depending on the weather, or there's all types of different surfaces that people might encounter. So
Different
I think
seasons.
really all you can do is just get a good basis of some basic techniques, and everything else you really have to teach yourself. You have to go out and practice. And if you use these techniques, it becomes more natural and you find your own way of dealing with every kind of situation. But I don't think any school is going to be able to teach you everything you need to know. You just have to get out there with a good basis and then find your own way, really.
Chuck yourself in the deep end, basically.
But you've got to have that. You've got to have that base knowledge first. You've got to have.
And also you don't.
I'll protect you guys on track. You won't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? And until
you don't want to
get
be intimidated by the bike either. If you get a nice light bike that you feel like you can, if you throw it in a hedge, you can just pick it up and get back on it, kick it straight,
300
and get going again. That make learning a lot easier because you haven't got that anxiety about the bike. So nice
I must admit,
bike.
I found that today. Like I was almost slowing down on places because I didn't want to crash. I didn't want to be picking the bike up again because it's that heavy.
No.
I was just like, I don't want to be picking this up again. And after the third time, I thought, you know what, he kept saying to me, speed your friend. And I was like, I appreciate speed your friend, but when you haven't got the base level to progress on the speed, then I've not got that foundation there to progress. I've got nothing to progress to. Almost, I'm just a passenger, this kind of thing.
The way I've always looked at it is if you're on a CRF or whatever, and you drop it or you plant it in a hedge, and you might get a bruise at worst. But if you drop if you've been a 1250 GS, and you could break your neck very, very easily, because if it flies off and it lands on top of you, even on its side, then it can do some serious damage. Well,
if you look at that little short harper on, I'm nearly 2 meters away from the bike once I stand up to go. When I look back at the bike, it just catapulted me into the side. But, like I say, it's just having that knowledge, having that base knowledge of just right. This is how you stand up. This is where you put your legs. This is how you angle your body. This is what you do when you're riding downhill. This is what you're riding when you're going uphill. Having that kind of knowledge, at least, like you say, at least then you can progress from there because you've got a base knowledge. But today, that was a baptism of fire today.
Yeah, the best one as well is you've got to stand up, haven't you? And it's so easy to think, oh, I think I'm going to fall off here. I'm going to sit on the seat. It's the worst thing you can do. You got to let the bike move around underneath you and just keep going, haven't you? Again,
it's having that feeling. I mean, that only comes with experience. But for me, I was absolutely petrified to keep dropping my bike. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, I don't want to keep dropping it. I don't want to keep dropping it. I don't want to keep dropping it. And it got to a point where I was intimidated of the bike almost because it was too big, too heavy, too powerful. And like I say, I've said it before, I was just a passenger. 99% of that, I was just a passenger.
Yeah, the bike just made everything harder for you. You had enough on your plate without worrying about the bike. Yeah.
Let's face it, mate. If you drop a BMW, it's your wallet that feels it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. It don't take much to lose a grand on a BMW.
But me being a very thorough person, before I even bought my Himalayan, I thought, right, well, you're going to be going on trails on your own because I haven't got any friends. So I have to go on my own, right? Which is not ideal. So I thought, I'll get on YouTube, and there's a load of really good YouTube channels for off-road riding from like beginner, intermediate, all the way up to the blokes, like you were saying, with the big GSs doing crazy stuff without breaking a sweat. So definitely, if you can't go on a course, if it's not convenient at the moment, have a look on YouTube. There's some great videos out there. So I learned before I even had the bike. I watched as many videos as I could to get a rough idea of what I was supposed to do. I then went out and did probably the total opposite, but I kept trying to remind myself what they were saying.
That's what I was doing. I just find myself talking. I'm editing it at the moment, and all you can hear is me going, "Don't touch your front brake, don't touch your front brake, don't touch look ahead, don't touch your front brake." That's all you hear all through the video.
Yeah, but did you listen to yourself?
No, I crashed 3 times.
I think it's a good way to start learning for learner riders as well to start off road, because when you get a bit of a twitch on road, you just think, "Oh, that was nothing," and then you kind of deal with things when things go wrong. You deal with it better rather than freezing up or panicking when you're on the road.
You done some off roading, do you, Stevie, on that Pan America?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually walking.
Excellent.
I was walking most of the time, pushing. Yeah,
pushing it uphill.
I'll let you into a little secret now. I never actually told anyone, but I don't think Harley were too pleased about that video. I think when they saw that, it was very off-brand. So after that, I never heard from them again.
Because you took it on grass?
Because I took it on grass, an off-road bike on grass, yeah. And then I got stuck.
Because you weren't posing in front of a bakery on it. They thought that was off-brand, yeah.
Exactly. I'm not hipster either, you see. So, that was the end of that.
Sorry, Costa.
Yeah.
For me, the heavy breathing was the best part. I revisit that video quite often.
Yes. Yeah.
I actually thought he'd had him from a phone call from earlier on, but he hadn't.
I usually only hear that on special videos.
Yeah. It's a shame, really, because that was actually a really good bike, but it just seemed to disappear. I think they had reliability issues in the end with that engine. So,
Harley with the reliability issues, say it ain't so.
Well, there you go. Exactly that. Yeah.
So if you show it some wet Devon grass, end of sports, no chance.
Yeah.
Great adventure bike. Well done.
Any bikes that you guys are excited about next year?
KTM's supposed to be bringing out. Is it a 390 or a 490? I think it's a 390. It's supposed to be an absolute weapon, I reckon.
Was that an off-roader?
Yeah. So I was talking to the lad.
If they're still going by then, if they're still.
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, look, they've put the The thing is, they've put the self into receivership, are they? So all them doing is sorting the finances out. It's not been done by an external body. They've done it themselves. So
yeah, but it's just a question of what the long-term prospects of KTM are going to be. They might be all right for a year or two, but maybe if it doesn't turn out how they hope, they could end up disappearing.
Well, they've already got 3 or 4 backers either that's willing to, bump up some money already, because they are about. I can't remember now. Sort of 90 million or 90 trillion or something.
No, yeah, I read today 2 billion of debt they've got currently. 2 billion.
Yeah, so what they're doing is around 108. They're basically just stiffing all the creditors, aren't they?
Yeah. And that's not going to do them a favour long term, though, is it? If they want to keep the brand going, a company that far in the deep end is. I mean, he would dig them out. I don't. It doesn't make any business sense.
And also, they've not had a great reputation recently. With all of their engine issues. And electronics issues on the big bikes as well. Lots of stupid electronic problems. People giving the bikes back, getting their money back because they goes back to the dealer 5 times and they still can't sort it for them.
And customer service as well.
Great. Yeah.
That's what happened with Jay Crazy Legs on a bike when he had his KTM. We did probably 4,000 miles on that bike, and he ended up giving it on back. There was just that. It was just like a Christmas tree. You'd go through a puddle and engine management a lot be on, and then it'd take it to him and go, we'll just take that off. And he's like, no, you need to find out what the fault is, not just take it off. Just you need to investigate why it's coming on, not just take it off. You know what I mean? Just you need to find out what's going on, kind of thing.
I won't say who it is, but there's another YouTuber that bought a KTM and he had it for I think it was about a week or 2 weeks. Loads and loads of problems, and in the end, something big happened, and they couldn't fix it, and he got in contact with KTM, or it was at the dealer, whoever. And I'm not joking. Overnight, they turned up on his door the next day. They picked up the bike and whisked it away, and it was gone because they didn't want the bad publicity. Rather than putting it right and saying, "Oh, sorry," they just picked it up and it was gone. He's got an Africa Twin now, so
like I say,
it's not good.
No, it's not. It's not. And like, if you listen to them, there's quite a few horror stories with KTM. Do you know what I mean? And you kind of feel like just sort it out. Do you know what I mean? It just and a lot of it's dealership as well. It's like Jay. I believe Jay went to go and I think it was Jay went to go and get this sports pack put on. It was like 1,500 quid. Basically, it was a heated seat and your heated grips, right? For example. So he's gone to the dealership, took it in the dealership. They said, "Yeah, we'll plug it into the computer," and then the dealership then have to ring KTM, and then KTM do the updates through over the line. So the actual dealership don't do the updates; it's down to KTM, and so now nobody's got this code where they can, just switch your heated grips on or anything like that. It was just bizarre, really.
It's bad, isn't it? It's not good. And all those camshaft issues that they had, and in the beginning they wasn't even given a warranty until somebody opened up a Facebook group, and hundreds of them piled in, and they said, "Oh, all right, it is our fault. We'll fix it." But again, the camshaft issue is just the worst thing that can happen, really.
Yeah, especially because a lot of people they'd had enough, and because of a lot of people that didn't even have the camshaft issue have thought, "Oh, bloody hell, I'll get rid of it before anything happens."
Yes.
So then like the second-hand prices went totally kaput. So people that bought KTMs also had a lot more depreciation to deal with than would be normal. If they had one of the affected twins, there was a lot of depreciation for those people as well. So even the people that bought one ended up getting screwed. So it's not great. Yeah.
And when you get somebody who's loyal to a brand, and you stiff them, they don't go back, do they? That's it. They're gone. They pull down other people with them. So, like I say, that's part of the reason with the CF Moto as well. I couldn't recommend it when it's being distributed by a company with not the best name. And that's
what them kind of saying, aren't they? Even if KTM go bump, they'll just rebrand as CF Moto. So they'll just
people say that, but I think that's hearsay. They may not.
I got to say.
Well, I've heard the rumors are hard is that CF Moto or Bajaj were going to buy them or increase their holdings in them, but that they got some consultants in. They said the business has got good prospects. They just need to get over this short-term financial difficulty, which is what they're doing with the restructuring. They're basically stiffing the creditors and the suppliers, and then they think that Bajaj or CF Moto are going to increase their investment in it, and they're probably going to get rid of some of the brands. They're already selling them via Gusta. Now that apparently they're going to sell, they should be selling Husqvarna and Gas as well. I just concentrate on the core brand.
I only found out today that Husqvarna and Gas was KTM. I only found that out today. I never knew that. Never knew that.
Yeah, I think the restructuring is really preparing the company for sale. I mean, that's kind of what you would do. You would try and write off as much of your debt as you can. Try and make the company a bit more attractive, so that maybe you can attract someone to come in and say, "Oh yeah, we'll help you out. We'll sort you out." So yeah, I think that's probably what
paint a brighter future and then sell it.
Yeah. Try and make the debt look less bad. And then hopefully find someone that will take it over for you. Yeah,
it's a shame because they're essentially to ride. They're really good fun bikes, aren't they? They had a lot to offer, and their off-road bikes were really good as well. But if the rest of it isn't there, why would you waste your hard-earned money on something like that? Yeah.
And another thing as well is like even now, like because of all of this hoo-ha, there's kind of like an uncertainty now. Even if you want to go out and buy a KTM, would you? Now I'd think, I'll wait a year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, So that's not going to help them out of the hole that they're in either. You know, all of this publicity is kind of creating an uncertainty amongst their potential customer base. So yeah, it's a tricky one.
If somebody wants to sell me an 890 enduro for like $3,000 because I'm worried about KTM going bump, then let me know. Let me know.
Wouldn't be worth that much.
Hang on, though. That's nearly as big as your BMW. Not quite, but you know, maybe go a bit smaller.
690. I'll probably go for that would be a push. I actually want a Vogue 300. That's what I want.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great. On that now for a while, so
because you don't stand to lose anything with that. Even if you snap it in half, you know, you've not lost a lot, have you? You just throw it in the hedge and get another one.
Yeah.
No, don't buy a new one.
I had that loaded, like, but you know,
buy a used one that's
might get pinched out the garage or something.
Buy a used one that's been all sorted and has had all the warranty recalls and is actually working fine and is proven to be reliable, rather than you go out and buy a new one and it's going to depreciate so much in the beginning and all that. It's just not, you know.
The thing is, though, they are so cheap, though, aren't they? I mean, they're I think they're 3.9 now on the road. Yeah. So, I mean, even if you get a second-hand one, you might as well just go new and have a non-battered one, really, haven't you?
Exactly. Well, yeah, if you go new, you know, you just ride it until it breaks, don't you? You know, say it costs you $3,000 and you rode it for 5 years. Okay, you know, that's like $600 a year for a hobby. That's all right.
Yeah.
I don't know,
a mate of mine's got a Vogue 300 and he's had zero problems with it. I don't know how many miles he's done on it, but he uses it as a commuter. So
the thing is, like I say, if you're willing to buy a bike new, you like my GS, you know, you buy that new, you know for a fact as soon as you drive that off the forecourt, you've lost $3,000 straight off the bat.
Yeah,
we all know that. So but what you do get is you get your warranty and all, you know, there's other factors that you get with it. So for me, I'd prefer to buy the bike from new, knowing that it ain't been chucked in the edge, that I can have for £3,700 on the road, functional, and it's from a dealership. If something goes wrong, you take it back. That's your problem, not my problem. Yeah. That's your problem. You sort that out. You know what I mean? Where if you buy something off eBay or something like that, then in my eyes, you know, you've got to suck that up yourself. You know, you could have a 690 KTM spending $5,000 on it, blow the engine. The engine's going to cost you $3,000 to sort out. Where with that, if the engine blows in it, sound, you know what I mean? You could chuck another engine in. It's only going to probably cost you a couple of £100. It's a BMW engine.
I don't know if you've ever heard of him. What do you think of that Haggis Whisperer bloke? Have you ever heard of him before?
Oh, he's a nightmare. He's always texting me all the time.
Awful.
He's a great
guy. Graham. Thanks for coming over, mate. You just finished your live, haven't you?
I have just finished, yep.
Yeah. Go all right?
It was going good till you started and everybody moved over to yours.
Good.
I bet you done much off-roading? We're just talking about off-roading. Have you done much of that?
Forestry tracks, but that's not really off-roading.
Yeah, it still counts.
It's just a dirt road.
Not after today's experience, you know.
No, after the clip that Peaky sent me today, no, that was completely different.
Yeah. What we have to get over to Spain and see Gary and do some tracks over there. Nice sunny ones.
Yeah, sounds good.
Different over here. We don't have mud, but we do have lots of gravel and rocks and sand. So it's totally different to what you would get in the UK, really. Completely different.
Seasonal, though, isn't it, Gary? You can only go out part of the year. Is that right?
Yeah, from October to beginning of June. Yeah.
Right.
I'm on the move. Sorry.
It's just to prevent wildfires, really.
Oh, okay.
Because it's very dry up there in the summer, so you know they don't want the half of the country getting burned down because somebody's set fire to something with a vehicle. So it's not just bikes; it's cars as well. Unless you've got to go up there for access. If you've got property up there, you're allowed. But if you're not allowed up there for leisure, you know.
Something I'm quite surprised about actually is quad bikes, like agricultural bikes, and some of the more sporty ones. They come with something called a spark arrestor in the actual exhaust in the baffles, and we don't seem to have that on off-road bikes, which is quite unusual. You would have thought they would sort that out, really.
I don't really think, I wouldn't say necessarily that the vehicles are the fire risk. I just think it's the less people they have up there, in the summer, the better. You know, because you know, people can chuck a cigarette butt down, or they can smash a bottle, and that could set light to the grass. You know, it's just like, you know what people are like. I just think generally the less people they've got up there, the better. So they just say in the summer, unless you've got property up there, you know, you're not allowed. And they do patrol, and they do find people if they catch you. So.
Yeah. Lads, another thing I wanted to bring up, and I know that we're all on different kind of platforms, really. The reason that I'm doing this live stream mainly is because I looked at my bill for StreamYard, which is how we're doing this for those who don't know.
You want to get your money's worth. Nice.
Yes, because I looked at it and I was paying, I think it was 15 quid a month. And then I looked at it, it's £45 a month now. It went up 35 quid. 30 quid.
Should we do one every day?
Well, yeah, you'd have to for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to be moving over to another platform. I can't remember its name now. Something Stream, which is a bit cheaper. But what a stitch up! Apparently they've changed hands. I've heard, but
yeah. So I had mine through the Black Friday deal, which was £170 for the year.
That's more like it.
That was the Black Friday deal.
I'm such a cheapskate. I just use the free version.
Exactly. Being economical, I use the free one.
Yeah, that means I just have their logo up on the right side of my own. But I don't give a shit.
I think it's quite. I actually think for like a free version, it's quite generous. You know, it's got all of the functionality that you need. It's just got that stupid watermark in the corner, but that doesn't bother me. But there's a lot of functionality in there. I mean, the free version, I think, is okay. Obviously, everyone can see you're a cheapskate, but I mean, you know, the clue's in the name of the channel. You know, nobody's going to be surprised that I don't pay for StreamYard. But I think they're quite generous with the free version, to be honest. But let me know which one you go for, because maybe I'll do it. But
it's all swings and roundabouts, really. But I still
think free is better than cheap. Free is better than cheap. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Because that stupid little duck up in the corner, it just bothers me. Whereas Restream, you just get the name Restream, and that's it.
To be honest, Steve, that duck looks better than your logo, so I'd go for that.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that logo soon, I must admit. Little cartoon character.
What did you say, Graham? What was you saying?
I went for EV Mux, which is the same sort of thing as StreamYard. That's what I was using tonight. It's 180 a year.
Right.
See, that ain't bad.
And that allows me to do all my recording as well for the Motovloggers Unplugged.
Yes.
Is that 1080p as well? Is that live 1080p?
1080p, and I've still to test it, but I think I can record in 4K as well.
I'm not professional like you lot. I'm just an amateur, just doing my shitty live streams and stuff. YouTube ain't making me any money, and I'm not spending any more money on it. Everything I use is free music, blah blah blah. The only thing I'm paying for is the cameras and the bikes. That's it.
Yeah. I think I'm at the stage where I make a bit more than what I did do, you know. So I can kind of invest more. You know, if I get more money in, I can expand on it. Like I just got the new music platform that you guys might have noticed. I believe you really like the music on the intro there. Nick.
It was brilliant. By the way, you're a real pro now, Steve. Your review that I watched, that you put out yesterday, that I watched today, was fucking professional. Very good. Really enjoyed it. And the music, even was it Bandit Man UK that commented on the Miami Vice music?
Yes,
the Crockett's theme. It was brilliant. Yeah, no, really.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, and again, it makes it easy because you can, rather than going through the same old thing like you do on, I used Epic Sound to death. It was very good and still is very good. But you reach a point where you think, oh, well, he don't use that track. You want new stuff, and when you can get stuff which people recognise.
So where are you now?
Pardon?
Where have you ended up now for the music?
I use a company called, I think it's Licked or Liked. Something like that. But the thing is, it's 38 quid a month. It's big money.
Yeah. I think Epidemic sounds really good. I think their search engine is brilliant. You know, when you go on the website and you get to search, because if you're like using the YouTube free library, your search is seriously limited. But with Epidemic, the search functions I think really do add value, because you very quickly find something. If you know how to search, you quickly find something that works for your video. So that does save me a lot of time. So I'm quite happy with them.
I got the YouTube music library, which is all free. Then there's a couple of other ones like filmmusic.io and No Copyright Sounds that have usually some good tracks. You just end up having a collection, and then you use appropriate ones. Like I got some new downloads for the Christmas lights video, just to get some Christmas themed music that was actually decent. And I thought it worked quite well with the video that I did of the London Christmas lights. I quite enjoyed it. But yeah,
that's what I did on Black Friday, to be honest. So I updated I used Filmora, so I got the update on the Filmora, which was something like £23 a month, for example, for the music. Got it for £7.50, and then upgraded the StreamYard, which again should have been £450 for the year. Got it for like, I think it was 170, 180 quid for the year. But then all I'll do is literally come October, I'll just cancel both of them, and then wait for the Black Friday deal to come again and then just redo it there and just buy it there.
I've noticed with the Filmora music, you've got to be careful. They've now identified between commercial and not. Previously, they didn't identify what it was. So basically, when you get Filmora and you have access to their various media, you get access to music. But all of their music at the time was licensed for non-commercial use. So if you had a monetized channel, you'd get a copyright claim, and that happened to me twice. But now in Filmora, you can actually filter. When you go onto the music list, you can filter to commercial, and it will show the music that they have commercial rights for. So you can use that on a monetized channel. So be careful with Filmora music. I mean, it's not a problem. You just chop that bit of the music out. When you get the notification from YouTube, just chop it out, replace it with something else. But I had a couple of claims from the artists because they license it to Filmora, but for non-commercial use.
You see, I've had the same. I've had it a couple of times, and then literally all I do is dispute it, and then just write in the box that you're a full. Because at the end of the day, you're a licensed Filmora user. So if you put in there, you're a fully licensed Filmora user, and then put your ID in there, and then just send that off. I've never had a copyright strike against me come back from that, because at the end of the day, you're paying Filmora to use their products. So
yeah, but they've bought a non-commercial license from the artist. I didn't do that. I just Googled it because I thought it was a bit odd, and then I found lots of people saying, I've paid for Filmora and now I'm getting a copyright claim. And then there was some response from Filmora that it's free for use in your own personal videos and licensed for use in your own personal. But if you've got a monetized YouTube channel, that's considered commercial, and then the artist can claim that is not permitted. But like you say, probably if you do that, then Filmora probably doesn't want the grief, and they just tell the artist, we'll give you 10 cents or whatever and shut up.
It's worrying because, although they say that it's free, copyright music, you still kind of think, well, and this is the question that I had for the new music thing that I'm using: how long do they class a lifetime license for? Because a lifetime to them might be, well, it's like you get life for 25 years, don't you? Is that 25 years? But they said no, it's absolutely forever. But if I lost all my videos because all of a sudden it became copyrighted again, I'd be absolutely gutted. Because it's part of your diary doing this YouTube lark, isn't it?
No, but if you had a license when you published the video, so if you stop paying for the service, then you can't continue to use the music, right?
Well, they say that you can leave it on.
Yeah,
you can leave.
Sorry. So you can keep the music on your old videos, but if you made a new video after you stop paying for the license, then you can't use the music in the new video.
Exactly. I checked that before I subscribed to Epidemic. I checked that, and they said, any content that's been published using our music, during the time you had a valid subscription is not going to get touched.
Perpetuity, isn't it? I think they call it perpetuity for
Yeah.
life or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
So that's fine. So your old videos are fine.
I'm gonna have to go now, guys.
Oh, sorry. All right,
I've got
Adam.
things to do.
Thanks
All
for
right,
coming
mate.
in.
I was trying.
Thank you,
Just
mate.
wanted to say I'm
Nice to
still
see you,
alive.
Garage. Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, mate. Cheers.
Do you remember
How about
them?
you, Graham? What's-
Do you remember them kids as you remember the whistles as a kid? You just get them like,
Oh yeah.
every time you had a suck on his vape, that's all I could think of when you were a kid, and them whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got
What do you
another vapor here now to take his place anyway.
No,
so that's good.
I guess he's sweet.
You don't hear mine, do you?
No,
No.
No, it's fine. What do you use,
because I
Graham,
guess he's
for
got crack
music?
cocaine in his.
Pass it around.
Yeah.
What do I use? I use upbeat.io.
Oh, upbeat. Yeah. It's an
Never
upbeat.
heard of that. Is it good?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
You have to
I'll
pay for
tell
it,
you-
yeah?
It's about 30 a year.
Oh, right. Oh,
I'll
that's
tell you
all
what,
right.
Steve. You know what I think about AI, right?
Yeah,
You know, yeah, because it's a
I
thing
like
with
it.
us.
But yeah,
Right. Yeah, you love it. And quite often you don't fact check it.
No.
You just leave whatever it tells you. You just think that's gospel and you
copy
post
and
it.
paste.
It's artificial. It must be right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But, But I think all of this discussion and all of this subscribing to music services for YouTube is gonna die very quickly, because I'll tell you what, this AI music generation is getting better and better and better. And if you get to the point where you put in the cues, the things that you want out of this piece of music, it's gonna do exactly the piece of music that you want. So I think a music library is going to become a thing of the past. You won't need it. You'll just go onto a website where you've got a subscription and you just tell it what you want, and it will just give you an MP3
I
file.
struggle
So basically,
with
you're
that.
swapping one subscription for another subscription.
You can do that on film.
but you haven't got to go through a library and listen to 50 songs to try and find one that suits
But I
you.
like doing that.
Yeah, well, it's a time-consuming thing, though.
But I like doing that.
I
But I
think
don't
that's one
think- I
area
think a
where AI
computer-
might help me.
A computer can calculate words and numbers and things like that, but it can't calculate what's a good song and a crap song, can it? Yes.
It's getting
Yeah,
better.
it
I'll
can
tell you what,
generate
Filmora-
one. It can generate one. Yeah.
Yeah,
It can generate one, but it's
music,
gonna be a little bit-
Filmora AI music used to be total shite. I mean, it was like your text. It was that bad. But I tried it recently, and now you can tell it what sort of direction you want it to go in, and it does a pretty decent job. It's getting there. It's getting there, and it will get there. Definitely
It
will
does.
get there.
Definitely.
That background on that I've got on just now, that was AI that made that up.
No.
My logo,
Was
my
it?
Haggis Whisperer logo, was made by AI as well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Um,
it is
so-
clever. I think it's a good thing.
I thought
Like I
that was a real photo of the Scottish Highlands.
say,
This
Said
was made by a non-artificial Indian.
Very good. Yeah, I like AI. I think I think it does help me. For somebody who can't string a sentence together, although
I'll
it comes
tell
up
you-
with some crap, it
I'll tell you what.
actually works.
I'll tell you what, Peaky. Now, so you're on the current version of Filmora now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do image to video. It's mental. It's mental.
Yeah.
You give it a photo, and it animates it.
Oh, right.
I gave it a photo of Ruby, and then it came up with a little clip of Ruby moving.
Oh, get on.
It's crazy. But
So on the Christmas lights video that I did, I have I'm actually using a feature of YouTube. I don't know if you know about this, but you can ask it to test two or three different thumbnails for you.
Yeah.
A/B testing.
A/B testing. So I made one from a photo, and I went on. I think it was Microsoft Designer, and I said, generate a thumbnail for a video. It does this. So it's this Christmas lights video in London, and it generated one. So I got them running, and I didn't quite fancy the AI generated one, but generating, I think, 2/3 of the watch hours of the video.
Hmm.
So you still got like
Yeah,
a week to run. But yeah,
I don't know if you guys have done this, and it absolutely blew my mind. But when Phil Mora first came out with this AI, I think they call it text to video. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wrote in there something like make a video of my bike in life as a kid and riding down Dawlish on my bike and through the woods. And I'm not joking, within a minute, it actually made, I've got it, it's a video I'm longing to put out actually, a 3 or 4 minute video of different shots of Dawlish, a train going by in Dawlish, which was like, where did that come from? And a kid riding through his bike through the forest, and it absolutely blew my mind. It actually made the timeline for me, like a 4-section timeline.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
But the clips aren't always as intended. You know, the clips aren't always.
They're not
relevant.
personal at all.
No. But there's people out there. I've stumbled across a couple of these videos on YouTube. There are people out there that are just pumping out AI videos like this, because I saw a video the other day, and it was about something that's going on in an American diner, and then when they said and then in the diner, it showed a photo of 5 people around a dining room table having like a Thanksgiving Day dinner or something, and this was just because the AI had picked up the word diner and thought of diners, i.e. people eating food, and didn't think of the diner as a restaurant.
Yes.
So you ended up with a clip that made no sense whatsoever, and I just thought,
the
way I treat, he's just written the story and then let the AI do the video.
Treat AI, it's just like spell checking or autocorrect. It's a tool. I use it all the time. I use it for work. I use it for YouTube. But what I use it is, like I said, look, here's my video. It does this, this, and this. Can you help me with an SEO optimized description, title, and hashtags? Or I want to do a video about this, 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 and this. Can you help me with structure a script? And it generates something that you can work off of, right? It gives you the guardrails and the structure, and you fill in your content.
Exactly.
It's an assistant. It's an assistant. That's all.
It's an assistant,
and that's what got me about this video, was that the bugger that made this video, the lazy sod that just uploaded a text file and said make a video and then I'll upload it to YouTube. They didn't even bother to watch it.
Forget about uploading a text file. Here's what you can do. Okay. And I'm not advocating that you do this, but this is what you can do. You can create a feedly feed that basically looks at like motorcycle type news, gets the text, automatically feeds that into an AI and tells it to create a blog post based on whatever story that came out, or create a video based on whatever story that came out. And you don't even have to do you don't have to upload anything. All you have to do is program it to basically watch for somebody putting up a bit of news or a little bit of blah, 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 and creating a video off the back of it, which is like super lazy.
Yeah, but that's what annoyed me, was that this person that has got a YouTube channel that published this video, they either didn't watch it at all, or they watched it and thought, no, that'll do. Whereas if that was
that's
me,
easy though, isn't it? It's easy to push out crap because you don't have to do anything.
Well,
they got hundreds of thousands of views, so they're earning good money. All they do is upload a text file, get a video, upload a video. They don't do anything.
Are they actually getting the views? So there was a story last year or early this year, about what happened. Somebody had defrauded the streaming services like Spotify, etc. I don't know if you saw this, but basically this guy had made a scheme where he was generating a ton of AI created content like music, band names, songs, etc., putting them on Spotify. And then he was also generating a whole bunch of fake users who would use the free account on Spotify to listen to the fake bands. And because when you play somebody's music, you have to pay them royalties. So it was basically getting royalties off of Spotify and streaming services for fake music that had been fake generated for fake viewers and fake users.
That's
Yeah.
really intelligent, to be fair. If you've got that
Yeah.
amount of time on your hands.
We all want to get off and
but-
start doing that, don't we?
But what it's doing is
Advice,
but what it's doing is actually defrauding money off of the service, and so
Yeah.
there's less money left for the real
And
content creators,
also,
right?
all of this AI generated shite content on YouTube is making it harder for people to find our videos. You know, it's going to flood the platform with shite, which is not factually correct. It's not particularly interesting to watch. And it's just going to make it harder for people to find decent videos.
But
I thought you were describing my
videos.
videos there for a second. Shite, factually inaccurate.
The algo will sort that out, and people won't watch it. They'll just think this.
Yeah, I
is
mean they've already got the little slider thing now, haven't they? Does this video contain artificially altered content? But I mean, yeah, you would hope, but I think it's going to be difficult. But you would hope that the algorithm might be able to filter out shite.
It's an algorithm. I
got,
hope not. Otherwise, it will filter out my
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that is true. No, listen, algorithm, don't filter shite. All right, I'm telling you now. Keep the shite in. Shite is good. That's what people want.
But we just want humanly generated shite, not the AI generated shite.
Yeah. What was I going to say then? Oh, it's gone now. Now carry on. I've forgotten what I was going to ask then.
We're coming to the end of the year. So, Andy, what were your highlights for 2020?
Oh, that's what I was. How did you know that, noob? That was exactly what I was going to ask.
Hang on.
What are your
Hang
highlights
on.
for
It's
2024?
the power of alcohol, man.
Hang on. I'll put my hand up like in. Can I put my hand up in school? Hang on.
You can.
Yeah, you did say what bikes are we interested in, right? And we didn't really fully answer that as a panel, did we?
No.
No. So
We'll do one at a time. We'll do one at a time. Gary, you do yours first then.
Well, I'm most excited about the Greer 450, obviously.
Oh yeah. What happened? You just so happens you got one in your garage, but you're excited and you've actually.
Yeah, but I've hardly used. I've not really used it yet, so most of the use is going to happen.
It doesn't really count, Gary, if you've already got it, mate.
We had that conversation 45 minutes ago, mate.
yeah, but we didn't finish the question.
I'm looking forward. Right. I'm excited about just riding my bikes. To be honest, I don't. Not getting into the whole new bike thing.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, for me,
I just want to go out and ride my bike. I want this weather to stop being shite.
Yeah, I want to get my hands on a CB350. I'm very interested in knowing what that's going to be like.
Yeah.
But apart from that, not.
It'll be interesting to see how the CB350 compares to the Royal Enfield 350s because they are renowned for their character. The suspicion is that the Honda will be probably a slightly better bike, but it might just lack the character of the Royal.
They've already done that in India. There's loads of Indian, they call it Highness over there. And they said exactly that it would just lack a little bit of character compared to an Enfield. But obviously the Honda's beautiful to look at, as is the Enfield, but swings around. Graham, anything you excited about?
I wasn't here. What's the question?
No, it was new bikes 2025. 2025, what bikes are you looking forward to?
I'm not looking for another bike. I think if I was, it would probably be the new Versys, the 1100.
Oh, yeah.
Or on the other end of the spectrum, it would be a Royal Enfield. Don't know which one, but the Royal Enfields are nice. Himalayan, maybe. I quite like the look of that.
Yeah.
The new one or the old one?
The new one, the 450, is it?
Yeah, which is basically the Greer that I've just bought is the road version of that platform.
Right. Yeah. They do make some lovely looking bikes.
Yeah. How about you, Brian? Anything excited about?
It's got to go again. It has to be at the bike shop. Is it the CB1000? The
Hornet.
The Hornet, yeah. That looks lovely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I really like that.
That seems like a great value proposition, that bike, doesn't it?
Was it $8,000,
really,
isn't it, I think?
Yeah, really good road bike.
The SP is just a pound under 10,000 quid. And the non-SP version is a pound under 9,000 quid. I think
that's great value. That is a lot of bike for the money. Jeez.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That ain't gonna ride crap neither. Do you know what I mean? You can get that on the road and you can be able to give that some beans.
Oh, they're immense. They're what's the Fireblade engine basically
Yeah.
in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. You know,
sorry,
Go
mate, carry on.
no, you've got some good tools in there as well. Do you know what I mean? It's squirrels.
I
Yeah,
don't
you've got
understand that. We'll get back to them.
That's what Ruby is looking forward to in 2025. It's more.
All
squirrels.
right. Okay. I have to work that out then. Carry on, Brian.
No, I was just saying it ain't gonna ride rubbish. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of history there, and it's almost gone a little bit old school. It's probably gone back about 10 years on the looks. So
Yeah.
I'd
I mean, the 4-cylinder inline 4,000cc naked. I mean, that's just a bit bonkers, isn't it? That's fun. That's good. I love that. I like the fact that people are still making bikes like that. That's brilliant. It's just.
I wouldn't mind having a couple of hours of one of them on a track. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was it like this year I had the CB1000. It might have been the year before, but although I mean it's a brilliant, amazing bike, but it's just so much power. You kind of when you open it up, you're just doing 100 miles an hour within seconds.
And like on a naked, you imagine doing 150 mile an hour with no fairings.
Yeah.
Mental, isn't it?
Well, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
And a Vouge 300. That'd be me, sweet. That'd be my garage setup.
Yeah, I'd like a Vouge actually myself. It gets to this time of year and you kind of want an off-road bike, don't you? You look outside, you think, oh, I don't really want to go out on the road, but I'd love to go out on the lanes.
Yeah, you want to go off-roading, but not on a 1250, having to pick it up.
No, exactly that.
How many times did you pick it up?
3.
3.
Yeah,
It's not too bad though.
No, it was a crazy looking trail.
Mate,
Was
that
a green lane?
Yeah, no, not a green light, mate. We was off-road. It was mate, it was bad, honestly. The second one he'd gone. I had to pick it up on my arm, the second one, mate. How I go in hernia, I don't know, because I was straining like a good one.
I nearly got hernia picking up my Himalayan, so yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I must admit, like I feel quite comfortable riding off-road on most bikes, apart from when I went to ABR and we'd done some proper off-roading on the 1300 GS, and all the way around I just wasn't comfortable. I mean, the tires were down to 10 psi as well, so on the road it was slopping around. I just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah,
really.
you said
when we went off-road, it was.
You said it's just too much power. You know, you don't need this power off road.
It's just unnecessary. I mean, I preferred the more touring feel to the 1250. You know, a bigger stance, and it just felt better. I mean, it wasn't more nimble. Do you agree with that, Brian? The 13, I think.
Yeah. I just think that, like, for me, in my opinion, the 1300 is a more road going bike. It's more capable on the road than off road. Will it still go around the world? Yeah, it will. But they've made it very, very road orientated, I think. Do you know what I mean? Where
it's very, very refined as well.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. To be perfectly fair, that's their audience, isn't it? I think the what percentage of GSs actually ever go off road?
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah. So
you know
what is that squirrels thing then? What were we on about with Ruby there then?
I guess that's what she likes.
She likes squirrels. She sees them in Jeff's videos, and she wants more squirrels in 2025.
There's loads around here.
Who's Ruby? Who's Ruby?
Oh goodness me, Ruby is it's her channel. She just lets me be on it occasionally.
Famous Spanish dog.
She's to my left. She's to my left, snoring.
Come here,
Ruby. Come here, Ruby. I don't know if she can get high enough. Hang on. Might have to take the camera off the holder.
Oh, my missus was on about getting a dog.
Ruby,
don't do it, mate. Don't do it.
No. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? When they
too much commitment, man.
Yeah. Hello, Ruby.
That's Ruby. Hiya, Ruby. More squirrels, Jeff. More squirrels.
Looks like noob with now beard.
Yeah, right. Guess we're nearly there, aren't we? It's been an hour and a quarter, isn't it? Any subjects anyone wants to talk about, by the way? I should ask that.
You wanted to know what our best bits was from the year?
Yeah, what's the best bits? Yeah. Of 20. Yeah, you can start, Brian. All yours.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right. I'll cue you in.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got a few. So when
Coming on here.
So what?
Coming on here.
Yeah. Obviously, this is the highlight. This is the pinnacle.
This is a highlight, definitely. Yeah.
So obviously going up to meet Graham again this year, and we had a long weekend up in Scotland, and we did the Isle of Bute and what was that dam called? Ben Lewis.
Ben Lawers. Lawers.
Right, that was phenomenal. That was absolutely brilliant. Again,
sorry, what is that? Is that a mountain pass? Is it Ben Lawers?
It's a mountain pass, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
But there's a dam on it either. Is it a dam?
Yeah. At the top of it, there's a big, massive dam.
It's like a big, massive reservoir. But yeah, ABR Festival again was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know, and I just hope they don't spoil it having too many people. If I'm being brutally honest, this year or next year.
How many tickets is it this year?
35,000 or so they're selling this year.
Is it?
No, I thought it was sort of 15 or something like that. Well, it was
15 last
12
year.
this year. 12 or 14, wasn't it? This year, wasn't it?
I thought it was 15.
And it was going to be another 5,000, they said. So yeah, it's going to be around 18, 19.
All right. I don't know where I got 35,000 from. I thought it was 35,000.
It's a lot of people.
The IBR and probably a highlight for me was going to Wildbad as well, which was it's like a smaller IBR festival, but everybody that goes, you kind of know already, or you've spoken to previously. So that's nice as well, because it's more of a, like I say, it's a smaller venue, smaller, fewer people there, and you get to speak to more people, and so
it's hard to top that. Yeah, those places.
Been a fairly good year.
Yeah, Graham.
Probably ABR for me. I really enjoyed that. Hence the reason I bought the ticket as soon as they came out again.
Yeah.
The Scottish Borders, I went to them for the first time this year, just for a ride about on the bike, and was very impressed with it. I'll definitely be going back down there again.
Right.
It's more hills than mountains, if you get what I mean. But I'll be back down that way. It was really nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's ABR again, and just doing what I've done this year, because I've really enjoyed this year on the YouTube. So yeah, it's nothing more. I'm more than happy. I'd like to do more trips. I'd like to go up and see Graham, to be honest with you, and get a proper tour from him. But is that going to be possible? I don't know. If it's it's been a bit of a shit year, from at work this year. So we will see. Noob.
Well, I think the going down to Cornwall for the Saddlebag Social, but going for a ride with you and Saddlebags.
Well, can I just say that was one of my highlights as well, Noob. When you come down,
that was brilliant.
That was good. It's only a few hours
right out.
It was
only an afternoon, but it was awesome. Then Scotland, which I've been looking forward to doing for so long, did a tour of Scotland, and then met up with the Grey Wolf and Bleary View, and also with Lockwood. That was awesome. But this Napoleon in the Alps, oh man, just blew my mind going up there, doing that tour solo. Really enjoyed it. So that was like the top highlight, really.
You're going to do something like that again? All the same thing?
So bookings are gonna start taking bookings again for the people who go to our day on track in Follenbray, and I'm thinking about doing something similar, but yeah, it'll be the same thing. I'll decide on the day which way I'm gonna go, depending on where the weather's good.
Yeah.
So it could be Black Forest, it could be Alps, or it could be going around France, but doing the Loire Valley and Normandy on the way back home. So or it could just be Belgium. I don't know yet.
Early days. Early days.
Early days.
Yeah.
Early days.
Gary?
Yeah, probably a couple of days I spent with fellow YouTuber Martin Trafford, Moorland biker, who came down. He was on a tour of Spain and Portugal, and I managed to hook up with him for a couple of days. So that was like a holiday for me. I got to spend a couple of days riding bikes with him. So that was a highlight, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
And for
Excellent,
Ruby,
yeah.
the highlight would have been any one of the sausages that she had this year, probably. I'm guessing.
I kind of feel the same way, actually. I like sausages myself. I'm getting hungry now. Yeah, it's pretty much wrapped it, boys. Anyway, thanks for coming on the show. Very much appreciated. The reason that I got you guys on especially really is because you've invited me onto your show. I just want to say thank you very much for letting me onto your show and getting it's just great going on the show. So and Graham, you recently done an interview. Was it an interview? What do you want to call it? Questions?
Yeah, it was an interview. Yeah,
kind of is really, isn't it? It's questions, and it was really good fun. I really liked and enjoyed doing that. And yeah, thanks for having me on. Peaky, loads of lives with you. So thanks very much for that. And Gary, what's it called? Armageddon. We've done two. Was it two this year?
Yeah. Armageddon. 2 or 3.
Yeah, we've done 2, haven't we? I think it's 2. Feels like 3. Maybe we'd have done 3. Either way,
I think we've done 3. Yeah, I think we did 3.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you once again. And Noob, you've been doing some lives this year, haven't you? So thanks very much for letting me on.
I was just looking. I haven't done one since July. Probably time to start again.
They're difficult things to do, aren't they? Because I mean, for me, they take a bit of setting up. You know, by the time I find the music and the backgrounds and all that, and now I'm going to be changing platform. I might even have to go to the free version, which I don't really want to do. But you know,
I was actually really nervous doing my live tonight because that's the first time I've done it, and I was hoping I'd set everything up properly, and it was all right once it started, but I was quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's free. It's free entertainment. I just think, don't worry about it. You know, nobody's paying.
Yeah, that's a good attitude, isn't it? Yeah, I always try and get things absolutely spot on, but I'm not very good at actually navigating all the bits and bobs and stuff. So, you know, like coming on tonight, like in the first 3 seconds, I cocked that up because I thought I set it to set an intro and I didn't. But like I say, no one's paying for it, and it's just a laugh, isn't it? At the end of the day,
I was going to say when you put me in on the feed, I was going to say, it's nice to be amongst professionals.
And that definitely wasn't the case, mate. Was not the case.
You haven't done it for a while.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm going to say, Peaky, you do one every Wednesday, don't you? Without fail.
I kind of feel like that. Obviously, I've got my channel, but my lives, I actually feel probably more comfortable doing my lives than I do doing my channel. I kind of feel like I've.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I kind of feel. I wouldn't say found my niche, but I actually feel more comfortable having 3 or 4 guests on and having a chat and kind of having a random chat almost. Than actually giving out recording videos and banging a video out. I really quite enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah. When I went through,
not having any script.
Yeah. I think I think someone thinks that once you get in the swing of it, if you do like 1 or 2 a month, I think you get in the swing of it. But when you're like, I haven't done one for probably springtime was my last one, and it's just kind of, it's a different setup, isn't it? Different layout. So
the live shows are also good because they're a lot more interactive than just putting out a video. I mean, obviously, if you put out a video and you can reply to comments, but when you do a live show, you can, react to questions in the chat directly and things. So it's nice from that aspect.
Yeah, I
It
think the
is,
banter
that's right.
comes across as well. That the laughs, the jokes, and a bit more of you can see. For me, you can see that person coming out themselves a little bit more than if you watch their channel. Do you know what I mean? Because like I say, sometimes like people are scripted or whatever, like you know what I mean. And then within half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, there's 3 or 4 people talking, and then their personality comes out, the banter comes out, and all the rest of it. So that's what I quite like, kind of getting people on my channel and seeing a different side of them than what they actually am on the channel.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable going on somebody's channel than what I am hosting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can vouch
because
for
you feel
that.
the responsibility, isn't
That's
it?
how I feel.
Yeah.
Now, I prefer to be hosting because I'm in control. Then I prefer to be hosting than going on somebody's
you
live.
think you are
Mhm.
until the whole thing gets hijacked by one of the guests. But yeah,
by AI.
Yeah. But thanks everybody in the side chat. We've got Alex in the side there, Adventures of a Bleary View, Time to Go, Flat Cap, hello Jerry, Saddlebags, Kime, Lumpy Carb, Sed's Head, Jim. Let's
Andy.
put that one up.
Cornish Motorcycle Diaries. He dropped a really big hint that he wants to be invited on more lives.
Yes, yeah. Well, he's on the list for next year for me. So, Robert Hallas, thanks for coming along, my friends. Peter Holland, Ken Brooks, damn cough. Said Head. Also, we got AI Scottish biker.
Ow.
Ow. Sorry. Ow. I've got
Well, maybe it was the AI version of it.
It's the AI. It's taking over.
Hello. No. I'm Scottish.
Tom STC, I haven't seen you for a while, mate. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you all. Have a super one. I hope that we can all get together at some point and meet up. I know I'll be seeing Peaky and Noob and Graham for sure. It's just Gary that we've got to get over and try and pull him over, get a fishing rod and get over here. But
but you might also have to do an Armageddon 6.
It's going to happen.
Probably
isn't it?
on the cards. It's going to happen because we've got to do the salt chip challenge. In case anybody didn't know, we always do a challenge on a live show. We always put ourselves through something unpleasant.
Yes.
So the next thing is going to be the extremely salty chip challenge.
I thought that was going to be watching one of our lives.
Yeah.
No, the hot chip challenge. The hot chip challenge was very good. Watching Steve go bright red, that was quite entertaining.
Yes, yeah. And do you know what's happened, Gary? Actually, after that whiskey, I've actually started drinking that neat.
Good lad. There you go.
Yeah,
having a rolling.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
see? You can get used to it. You can get used to it. You have to start slowly and work your way up. So that's what I've currently got. Singleton, Speyside.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Stevie, can I just plug something?
Plug it.
Can I just plug something quickly? Right,
How much money do I get?
Yeah, New Year's night. I'll be doing a live from 8 till 9, New Year's night. So if you're bored or like me on your own,
what time?
Is that tomorrow?
8 till 9. Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday, New Year's night.
New Year's Day. Okay.
Yeah, New Year's. Well, it's not New Year's Day. It was New Year's night. Yeah.
Well, there's no real day these days, is there? It's just like it goes from dark to dark.
It just all blends in. I don't even know what date was today. I thought it was Sunday. It was Monday. But yeah, New Year's night, 8 till 9.
Have you got special guests? Or does anyone come along, click a link, and off you go?
If you want to come on, you can come on. It's like kind of open mic kind of thing. But if you want to come on, just drop me a message and and you're more than welcome. More than welcome.
Lovely. All right. Anything? Anyone else want to plug?
Yeah. I just want to say Happy New Year, everybody. Personally, Happy New Year to everybody here and everybody that's tuned in as well. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, cool.
Happy New Year. It's going to be awesome. 2025, because a lot of people. I know a lot of people on my channel didn't have a great 2024, and I know a few people here that didn't.
I think a lot of people. I think everybody's had a crap 2024 one way.
I feel bad now. I feel bad now because mine was pretty decent. But it can only go
least somebody
downhill,
did.
so that's all right. Leaving
Yeah.
out, I'm sure, next year. But anyway,
Yeah, it'll be great.
hopefully
It'll be fine.
we'll all
Keep
have a
punching,
good,
innit?
Let's
slightly
hope we make
better
it-
year next year.
Let's hope we make
Yeah.
it past 2025 as a species. That would be good.
Yes. Well, it's half the battle, really, isn't it? Yeah. All right, lads. Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody in the side chat. Don't know when I'll do another live. Maybe the end of the month or something, or January, maybe. But yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you very much for 2024.
Happy New
Tune
Year,
into
lad.
these guys, see their channels as well. And yeah, I will see you next Sunday at 5 o'clock. Bye, everyone.
Ciao.
Bye.
Yeah.